YouTube, what it do? Welcome to another episode of Narrow Minded. It's your boy, Ratchet Reggie. Today's episode is going to be about the fall of the black man, right? You know, how did the black man go from being a king and wearing the crown to, being on house arrest with a bracelet on his foot? How did the black man go from being a leader and a ruler to being at the bottom of society? How can the black man go from being the father of all human race to being the bastard of society? Right? How is that so? And the real answer is the real answer is this is an attack. The black man is being attacked by the powers that be. At one point we were ruling the world. We were, creating things. We were building things. We were building pyramids. We were, running civilizations. We were, co-running civilizations along with our black queens, right? So we were co-running civilizations. We were inventing, all types of new inventions that will be used in the world that we live in today. Electricity. We study astrology. We study the stars. We study the moons. We study, geography. We study the plants. We study the animals. We studied medicine. We had electricity. We've been had electricity. They had electricity back in Egyptian times. So how did we go from being such kings and being rulers and being intelligent and being workers and being doers and being inventors and being the father of all human race and to becoming the bastard of society? How did this happen? Right? Y'all got to understand that this is all a plan by the powers that be. They have to make their enemy's most powerful weapon weak. And the black man is the black race most powerful, weapon. We are the ones that have to go to war. We are the ones that have to protect our family. We are the ones that have to fight for freedom. We are the ones that's going to be on the front lines. We are the ones that's going to be toting the guns. We are the majority of the ones that's going to, fight for what's right and what's ours, and fight for righteousness, and fight to get what belongs to us back, which is this world. So we're the black men are the ones that's going to be on the front line. So the enemy knows that they have to attack the most powerful weapon, as far as physical weapon that the enemy has, and that's the black man. Look at us. I mean, look at our swag. Look at our physical ability, right? You look in every sport you can name of, the black man is dominating that sport. Basketball, you got Michael Jordan, you got LeBron, you got Kobe, you got Kevin Durant, you got Steph Curry, you got Patrick Ewing, you got Reggie Miller, you got Magic Johnson, you got Kareem, you got Abdul. You got Kareem, you got Wilt. You got who else? You got Julius Erving, Dr. J. Look, the list goes on, people. Pretty much the list goes on. It's always a black superstar that's running every sport because we're just athletically more gifted. We're physically more gifted. It's not that I'm tooting my own horn because I'm a black man, but that's just facts. That's just the truth. okay? And you know, we have to appreciate that. We don't just because they say, you know, only thing you can do is dribble the ball, only thing you can do is run fast and da 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 da. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now in this form of society because I'm more gifted than you are. And so if I'm more gifted than you are, yes, I'm gonna take that route because I'm using my gift, my God-given abilities to make money and to build a foundation for my family. So there's nothing wrong with people being athletes, black men and women being athletes because that we're just naturally gifted at that, right? So, you know, you look all through society, the black man is the best in everything that you want to, any which way you want to look at it, the black man is the best. You look at, like, let's go to law, for example. Let's go to law, for example. You know, you got Johnny Cochran, a black lawyer, never lost a case. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to inventions, you know, the cell phone. Who invented the cell phone? A black man, okay? It's a lot of inventions that black men have invented that you guys don't know about because the history has been whitewashed because they won the war. They won the physical war, right? So if you look all through history, the black man is brilliant. The black man is absolutely brilliant. So us being at the bottom of society right now is, you have to know, it's designed and it's planned, and because we're so powerful, and we are the number one threat to white supremacy. We are the number one threat. Okay, so that's why you are at the bottom of society, right? So, you know, when Africa was invaded by Europe and the Europeans, you know, after whichever country win, you know, you usually kill all the men. That's in that, you know, if you believe in the Bible, that's even in the Bible. They kill all the men. They might keep the women and the children, but they kill all the men. So that's the whole agenda right now, is to kill all the men, right? By any means necessary. Wipe them off the planet, because we cannot have them reunite and realize how powerful they is and take back this world from us. So we must do everything in our power to keep them in a low vibrational state. Let's do everything in our power to do that, right? So after the invasion, of course, came slavery. So what they do in slavery was they took your manhood. They took your manhood away from you. They took your respect from your children and your women, because you could not save your women. You could not do anything to get your children and your women out of this situation that you were in, right? So they took your manhood, you know, and they crushed you mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. They crushed you because you were in captive. You were captive. You were in chains. You were shackled down as a man, as a protector, as a provider. You were shackled down by another group of men. So that crushed you. That crushed your psyche. That crushed your manhood, right? They beat your women. They beat your children. They sold your women. They sold your children. They beat you in front of your children, in front of your women. They raped your women, right? They did all types of horrible things to your family and to your race, and you were unable to rise up and do what men supposed to do. So during slavery time, they you know, after they done invaded Africa, took over Africa, now they done enslaved you, and now you have no respect amongst your women and your children because you cannot get them to freedom, right? So now, moving forward through the years while we're in America, you know, this continues. This type of you know, this continues. Let's separate the black man from his family through every area of society, through through every, you know, systematic racist agenda that we can throw at them. Let's throw it at them, because we cannot have these powerful men wake up and return back to their glory. We cannot do it, or the white supremacy thing will be over. It will be over, right? So we must put so much fear in their heart that they dare not to come together and stand up for their women and their children and themselves, right? And so that's what's been going on. And it really happened during slavery. That's when they really, stuck that, fear in us, seeing, them, kill our, another brother, and kill, a sister, and kill a child, and kill a woman. It's just that fear is put in us. So now we're afraid to rise up. And that's why you will have two black men damn near kill each other in a whole family. But when it comes to a white police officer or a white person, they don't do anything. The fear is inside of them. Because when it comes to a white person, they fear, if I do anything to this white person, they're going to call the police and I'm going to lose my life. If I do anything to the police, I'm going to lose my life. And even if I don't lose my life, if we go to court, I'm not going to win in court. Everything is against me. So, this psychological damage and this emotional trauma and this oppression and this, tyranny that's been placed upon the black man's back has continued, since the invasion of Africa. So then, we're in America and we're finally free, right? We fight in the war to become free, right? But what do they give us? They don't give us anything. We can't buy land. We can't take out a loan. We can't, it's segregation. It's Jim Crow. It's lynchings. For like a whole another 100 years or so after slavery was over with. So, this is how the black man went from the king and sitting in the throne with the queen to becoming the bastard of society, right? This is all woven into us from our enemy, separating us from our family, allowing our children to become bastards without having a father in the household, right? So after Martin Luther King, died for civil rights, died for the cause, died for us to get at least civil rights, which is another reason why the black man is at the bottom of society, because they kill all of our leaders, right? They kill our leaders, and none of the men behind our leaders stepped up and retaliated. They didn't do it for Malcolm X. They didn't do it for Martin Luther King. They didn't do it for Marcus Garvey. They anytime we have a leader and the enemy infiltrates the organization and causes death and destruction, we don't do anything to the enemy. We just allow our leaders to die in vain. And that's another thing that we have to stop doing. We have to stop allowing our leaders to die in vain. We have to stop allowing a brave soldier who risked his life to go out here to make change for us, and then we don't do anything to validate this life that was sacrificed for our well-being. So from the fear from slavery, they have grown black men thinking that you don't have any power, which is the total opposite. You got to understand that sometimes in order to get freedom, you got to go to war. It's going to be casualties. Some people are going to die. That's just a part of life. But sometimes in order for you to get freedom, that's just what's going to have to happen. In order for you to get your children and your women out of this situation of white supremacy, sometimes, you're going to have to go to war. You got to drop your nuts, man. And I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to all of us. If we want equality, true equality, we're asking for equality. You don't supposed to ask for equality, people. You are a sovereign being. Everything in this world is just as much as yours as it is anyone else's. Matter of fact, it's more of yours because you were first. This was placed here for you. Scientifically proven, black woman was the first human. That's why they call Africa the motherland, the birth of all human race, Africa. Okay, so you have as much right to land in prosperity as anyone else. But the enemy beat the fear into you and beat the low self-esteem into you to have you thinking that you don't have the right to feed your family. And you don't have the right to own corporations, to hire and employ your family and your community. You don't have the right to property. Matter of fact, you are property. You are property of the state, right? So, y'all gotta understand this is all a plan by the enemy. So Martin Luther King died for our rights, our civil rights, not even human rights, civil rights, right? Get our civil rights. We get Section 8. We get, programs that assist those in need, low-income families. But what they do with Section 8 and project housing, you can't have a man in the household. You cannot have a man in the household. Yeah, we'll give you, Section 8 and we'll give you affordable housing, but you can't have a man in your household. There we go again. Doing more separation in the black community, removing the man from the family structure, because they know without that man in that family structure, the family is not really gonna be as strong and not gonna have as many opportunities as it would be with that man. They need it's a holy trinity, okay? It's our spiritual holy trinity: the man, the woman, and the child. I know that the enemy came and he snatched your spirituality and gave you religion and told you it was the Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. No life can come out of the Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. The man, the woman, and the child. That's the Holy Trinity, people. So you separate that, you're making them weak. You're making the foundation weak. You're taking the strength away from the family. You're taking the discipline away from the family. So now you got, children growing up in the home with no father figure. So they feel like a father is not needed. A black man is not needed. We don't need him. We have our mother. She's going to be our mother and our father. She's going to hold it down. So now the black man is looked at even more less, because now the government is playing daddy for your family. The government is taking care of your family. They don't need you. The mother of your child doesn't need you. If she have you, y'all have to work together and really build a foundation instead of depending on the government. So she say, no, I would much rather depend on the government. It's easier. I can get Section 8. I can get food stamps. I can get Medicaid. It's easier. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to figure out a plan. I don't have to try to open up my own business. I don't have to work 9 to 5. I don't have to do none of that. I don't have to try to get insurance on myself and my children. We don't have to try to, build up a strong foundation and build up wealth. I'm just going to chill off of this free government assistance, right? So now the black man is not needed, because now he can't even provide for his family because the government is providing for his family. And the government said you cannot have the black man in your household while we're providing for you. Okay, so now the children in the black family and the women are not looking at the black man with high regard anymore, because you can't even provide for us. You can't even protect us. Okay, you couldn't get us out of slavery. You can't even provide for us now. The white man is giving me free assistance. I don't need you. My kids don't need you, right? So now, You're not even getting respect in your own home, in your own community, right? So then what else they do? They attack your character, right? They put you in situations where you have no choice but to do crime, give you poor education, give you no opportunities, force you into doing something to feed yourself or your family. So now you're looked upon as a bad person because that's what they're putting on the news all day, every day. A black man did this. A black man robbed a store. A black man had a shootout with these people. A black man. The black man is the scapegoat of all society. The black man is the problem with the drugs in the neighborhood. The black man is the problem with the violence in the world. The black man. It's all the black man's fault, right? We're the scapegoat for society's problems. So, when you have the powers that be, the elite, the enemy, controlling the narrative because they control the media, they control pretty much the television, and they're putting out all of these terrible stories about black men over and over and over and over and over again over hundreds and hundreds of years. What do you think people are going to think about black men? Even black men start to believe the bullshit. Dead ass. Like I could be walking and I should see a woman, a Caucasian woman or Asian woman, even a black woman. And I can feel the fear that they have when they see me or they walk past me, or they have to encounter me some type of way. They're so afraid. And I feel ashamed. They make me feel low. They make me feel like I'm guilty and I haven't even done anything. And that's what they want. That's what the enemy want black men to think. You are nothing. You're at the bottom of the earth. You're scum. No one likes you. Because they know that if the black man is broken, the black community is going to be broken. And we cannot rise until the black man puts itself back together, okay? And that's what we're going to have to do, black men. We got to put ourselves back together. Nobody cares about us. You're not going to get a pat on the back for being a great father. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not going to get a pat on the back for doing work in your community. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not going to get a pat on the back. Don't look for a pat on the back. Just do what you're supposed to do. Let's rise up, become strong like we know we are. We already know we strong. We already know we intelligent. We are the father of all human race. We are the daddy. We're not, we're not going to leave our children. Our children are not going to be bastards anymore. And if we got to die for our freedom, then that's just what we're going to have to do, okay? Because we're going to have to get some type of foundation in order for our families and our loved ones to have heaven on earth like everyone else is having at our expense, okay? So, let's return back to glory, okay? Let's work together. Let's build each other up. Let's love each other. Don't fall for the enemy trick when he's making it seem like your brother is the enemy. Your brother is not the enemy. That's just a mind game because now you hate yourself because of the circumstances and the situations that you had to grow up in. So now you feel like if you hate yourself, another black person or another brother, you could definitely care less. Their life means nothing to you. Because your life means nothing to you because you feel like you don't have no way out. So you out here doing things that you know is not of your nature. It's below you. It's beneath you. You're better than that. And you know it. But you're believing what society tells you about yourself. And you know it's a lie. You know who you are. You know that voice in your head. You know only thing you want to do is provide for your family and chill and relax and have fun and be peaceful. You don't want to have to walk past your other brother with a mean mug on because you're so in protective mode because you've been thrown in the jungle. and you're enemy number one, and someone is always out to get you, the police, your own people. Nobody cares about you. You don't get no hugs from nobody. Nobody hugs you in society. Nobody cares about you. Okay? So you got to care about yourself. We got to care about each other. We got to build each other up. We got to love each other. And we got to come together so we can provide for our community as a whole. And we got to lift each other. We got to be that warrior, that king that we know that we are. We must return back to our glory. We are not less than. Okay? We are not less than. Okay, black men? But anyway, that's my little rant. If you like the content, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. You know, it's your boy, Ratchet Reggie. Until next time, I'm out.